welcome to my channel. I'm Luna, and in today's reading we are going to be answering the question, what can you do to get to know yourself a little bit better? Today's reading was inspired by a recent one I did where it came out, for those who connected, a message of someone really important, you, who has something fragile to present to the world, but it required them connecting to themselves first to be able to find the timing to present their thing. So let's see if that connects with you. I'll link that video here, but let's see, what do you need to do to connect to yourself a little bit more, or know yourself a little bit more. If you chose pile 1, you're in the right spot. For your pile, we have the golden rutilated. I don't know if those are going to show but it's like a smoky looking, kind of citrine looking, but a cool looking little quartz, although I don't know if it is a quartz. And we also pulled the opalite mushroom for your pile. So pile 1, what do you need to do to connect and know yourself a little bit better? Let's see. And we have 1, 2, 4 on the timer as we go into this bit, but we get an answer in that question, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, and just to show you the imagery of the card here, hopefully it'll focus. Alright, you got like the garden behind you and grapevines, and you're draped in the long gown with the flower imagery all over it, tons of yellow, tons of red, tons of green. Okay, this is calling to me like images of like, I'm just hearing like me, like this is like your era. So connecting to self comes from focusing on self. I know that sounds crazy, but for some of us, me included, like focusing on self gets often put to the back of our minds, especially when you're someone who focuses on others, like primarily. But so pile 1 for you, focus on self. That's what's going to connect you to yourself, and if you connected to that reading that we did, allow you to bring your gifts forward. What I'm taking note to is this card, 9 of Pentacles, deals with independence, security, stability, wisdom, freedom. Okay, and I'm getting the image of, with this bird, I'm getting called to like leaving the nest, and there's a key word on here, maturity. And the chakra that deals with this card is actually the sacral chakra, which, if you know about chakras, that deals with like sexuality, desires, creation in general. So that's like passion projects, or just like projects, like creativity, okay, creation and making things, building things, putting things out into the world, and like also our self-worth, though, our sense of self-worth. So like this I really get the sense of like you connecting with yourself is just you putting on, is you stepping into your shoes, really. It's like you putting on and stepping into your shoes. And it sounds so simple, but if it hasn't been done yet, it's a task of its own. So, just be compassionate with yourself. If this is new for you, it can be difficult. I won't say it's going to be difficult, but it can be difficult. So even if it seems so simple or so expected of you already, just have compassion for yourself as you enter new territories and whatnot. So you may have faced, you may have faced like a bit of burnout in the past, or you are facing a bit of a burnout. Perhaps you've overcommitted yourself to some things, or have been a little reckless in the past with your actions. But really what I'm getting is maybe you've misdirected your commitments, and it's led to instability and overwhelm. And for some reason, I'm just hearing on my timer as I said that 0440 and now 0444. But I just heard like, be careful what you wish for, and it's almost like something that you wanted in the past it wasn't exactly what you wished for, but it led to a lot of like learned lessons. And you have a higher esteem now, or you do have a higher esteem now, but that's not the focus of this, but I think you're taking this esteem, it is the focus of this, but it isn't the focus of this. Like, the esteem was almost like something, I'm getting the sense like the esteem was almost like the bird on the hand, okay? And then you're able to like let go of things and also move on, like once you achieved esteem. And asking how you can better connect to yourself, we get the Hierophant. Okay, so this deals, the numerology related to this card, it's 5, which for me means change. Okay, so there is, if you're here for pile 1, a change that's being asked of you to make. One where, I feel like pile 1, you're a bit of a daredevil, okay, and maybe commitment to yourself has been something that's a little bit foreign to you, but what's going to connect you more to yourself actually is traditional commitments, okay? And let me explain that a bit, but we have, oh, hold on. Okay, we'll unpack that in a moment. We have, in confirmation on the notification there with this coming out, like, okay, but so there's going to be a bit of a change from this daredevil way, okay, to conformity, marriage commitment, the idea of marriage, okay, not like traditional marriage. I'm saying the marriage to something, your commitment to something, okay, and conservatism in that way, yes, okay. It's not going to be, if you don't commit yourself to yourself, you are never going to happen. Okay, like, you have to commit yourself to yourself. So if you're just wheeling and dealing, okay, I don't know if that means like what I'm thinking it's meaning, but if you're just out, expending your essence in every direction but your own, okay, you gotta bring it back. You need to commit to yourself, okay? There is such a thing as the need for conservatism, like when it comes to your values and stuff, like pile 1, okay, for you need to like rein it in some sense, okay? I'm just going to go over the keywords and you can pluck apart what's meaningful for you. So we have traditional institutions, and again, this is answering the questions, how can you connect better to yourself? So we got traditional values, conventional, conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, knowledge, sharing, social groups, education, knowledge, hierarchy, conservatism, and guidance. And when I read guidance, I am getting like the image of like a priest or like a rabbi or like someone you go, a preacher, someone you go to. I don't know why they're all religious coming through. But maybe that's because you need to make some sort of spiritual commitment, is what this is asking you to do. And if you need guidance from someone above, so be it. But maybe this is asking you to commit to yourself spiritually. Okay, you don't have to like lock it down in the physical and like not do anything and not have fun. Okay, I'm definitely getting like pile 1 doesn't want to be chained down. Okay. But you do need to chain yourself to yourself. Okay. Pile 1. So let's see what chakra we need to connect to with you. Okay. So we get the heart chakra for you. Pile 1. So the color associated with this chakra is green. It deals with or represents love, attachment, compassion, trust, and passion. The stones dealing with this chakra are rose quartz, jade, green calcite, and green tourmaline. Okay. Open your heart chakra. Open your heart. Okay, I don't know. I just started to read this, but then it's like kind of, it's not really a complete sentence. It says, open your heart chakra, love, comma, healing, in parentheses, green/pink. Okay, pile 1. We're going to leave your messages there for today. Okay, I feel like you need to bring it back home. Bring it back home to the heart. Okay, I don't know why that's coming through like that, but we're going to leave your messages off there for today. I hope that helped. And if it did, don't forget to like and leave your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe so I can see you again. For now though, bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose pile 2, then you're in the right spot, obviously. But we're just going to jump into it. I'm in a little bit of a time crunch now, so maybe that's relevant to your reading. But for your pile, we have the Fluorite crystals. I don't know if that's going to focus for us, but they look so like beautiful. I love these. They look like little like beach crystals. And we also have the Mahogany Obsidian Crescent Moon crystal. And let's get into your messages. We are going to ask Spirit what you need to do to connect to yourself a little bit better. This reading was inspired by a recent reading I did where I just free channeled, and what came through was the need to connect to yourself more deeply, or just for the first time maybe, or just the need to, so that you're able to present something that you have that's quite fragile. But before you can do that, to get to the timing and the place and time where you can do that, you needed to connect to yourself more. If you relate to that, I will link that reading here. But if not, and you're just here for this message, let's just jump into it for everyone. What do you need to do, pile 2, to better connect to yourself? So the card that comes out for you, pile 2, is Ace of Cups. This deals with new beginnings, new relationships, new romance, love, happiness, joy, new feelings, the heart opening, okay, socializing, celebrations, things being unearthed in a celebratory way, an outpouring, okay, and this is going to be an awakening or an enlightening experience. So something new for sure. And asking what you need to know about the Ace of Cups, we get the Judgment. The first key word on that card is literally awakening. Just as confirmation, like, you know, you connecting to self is you going through an awakening of some sort. I don't know why that looks like it's literally like in 3D print. It looks like so... But maybe 3D is something that's relevant to you, or like 3D glasses, like blue, red, 3D overlapping text, or you know, maybe that reminds you of something or is confirmation this message is for you. Asking how you need to connect to yourself, we get Judgment. Oh my gosh. So this card, woo, something for you is coming to like a completion. Like, yeah. But the statement on this card says, the daily choices I make now align me with my life's purpose. It's like, how much more connected to this card be to your reading and the reading that this is connected to? Like, so how you can connect to yourself better is by making daily choices that align with who you are at your core. And something that's coming to my attention on this card is the word mandatory, okay? I feel like there isn't, like, room. It almost feels like there isn't room for choice when it comes to this. Like, it's like you have to be yourself. It's like something is mandatory about this. But, you know, in that message that was coming through that I linked earlier, the message that came through was a very important person is holding something fragile. So if you're here from that message, you know, it does feel like it's not a choice. It does feel mandatory. And I'm just gonna call it right now. You know, we'll still we'll still pull a chakra card later, but both cards that we've pulled for you deal with the crown chakra. Okay, this, and the just for like information surrounding that, the crown chakra deals with the color purple. It's related to spirituality, enlightenment. Okay, again, we're talking about that. Dynamic thought. I feel like my attention is being called to that for some reason. Dynamic thought. And energy, especially that. I'm being called to especially that. Okay, I feel like you're really transforming energy right now. Stones related to this chakra. Okay, stones you can connect with to help you connect to this chakra more is selenite, clear quartz, amethyst, and diamond. Okay, and I feel like, you know, some literal action has led to you being awakened. Like, for example, like accidentally you may have done like yoga and had an experience, or but I feel like an extended commitment to something. Okay, it would have been a practice. This practice, you're someone who you would have, you're someone, sorry, I'm struggling to get to the side. You've been building like trust with yourself. Okay, and you've, in this thing that you've been practicing, you've built up a wealth of knowledge, like in a dynamic wealth of knowledge, coming back to that word. And you're dealing a lot with the unconscious, okay? Really, that's really cool. And I'm being called to purple and just, like the deepness to it, okay? I think you're really dealing with like the subconscious. And like, I feel like you're programming yourself, which is kind of insane, but in a good way. And you're creating stability for yourself, and you're going to be someone, like, I'm getting the sense that you're sort of, you know, coming back to that importance thing. This is you, and like, people are sort of, it's doing that thing again, okay, where it's like looking 3D. I don't know why it's doing that, but you know, people are going to be like looking to you for answers, basically, and you're going to be making, you know, you're going to be blowing the horn, you're going to be making the judgment calls. Okay, and asking what action you need to take to better connect you to yourself, to, you know, ensure this awakening, to ensure this enlightenment. We get the 3 of Wands, okay, and the keyword to this card is foresight. Okay, it's you thinking ahead and seeing the bigger picture. It's you, you know, here's the imagery. And it's awesome. This, okay, what? Okay, is that the throat chakra? It might actually be the third eye. You know, I feel like you're really tapping into self here, and you know, I'm being called to the yoga thing. I just use that as an example, but you may have literally used, like, you know, a spiritual practice to literally awaken yourself. But the keywords to this card, and we also have, you know, this card deals with the sun, the ego, so you are coming to light. The keywords here, though, are travel, moving abroad, foreign land, foresight, forward planning, moving forward, self-confidence, self-belief, freedom, success, happy with choices and outcome, hard work paying off, experiencing life. You know, I'm not suggesting you do all these things, travel abroad and whatnot, but if that's resonating, do that. But what I'm saying is, what's calling to me here, pile 2, is self-belief, self-confidence, okay? Believing in yourself. That's it. That's it, pile 2. Okay, we're going to leave your messages off there. I know I was in a bit of a rush. I'm sorry. And actually, let me just pull a chakra card real fast. Real fast. Alright, and we get the throat chakra, okay? So, speaking up, opening your throat chakra, communicating, expressing yourself, putting yourself out there, believing yourself. Believing yourself, pile 2. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed or found that helpful, leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.